AG Labs, my name is Ben. Good morning, hello, welcome to the Micro Soldering Show. And today we got an iPhone XS. Yeah, it's laying right in front of me, and the phone was mailed in by another repair shop, and they wrote on the form that they already opened the phone and the phone doesn't do anything at all. They already tried another battery, they tried another screen, and it just doesn't work. And they want to get a working device, and data are really important for the customer. So let's check what we have here. I give you straight to the on-hands camera, and then we just start the repair. Okay, that's the way I got the phone here. It was mailed in exactly like that. And what I want to do is now disconnecting the screen and checking with the power supply to see a value, see in which direction we have to go. So here we have the iPhone XS plug. So we get it on here, and we have directly no power up, only given voltage, like the battery voltage. Only on giving battery voltage we are about 330 milliamps. So we got a short on a main line, but not a full short. Or we got a short on a line which is connected to one of the main lines, which does this 300 milliamps short. So let's check. We take out the board, and at first we have a look with our eyes. Ist jemand gekommen?
Ich komme grad.
At first we have a look with our eyes, and after that we will see more. So last time really only sandwich boards. The last videos are all iPhone X, iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and yeah, it's we do a lot of normal repairs or normal boards like the iPhone 7, iPhone 6, iPhone 6s, iPhone 8. Today in the morning I did an iPhone 8 full board swap. Have a look on Instagram. There you can see it. But we do a lot of standard repairs on the normal boards too, and at the moment we have really a lot of these sandwich boards, and I think it's time to show a lot of repairs for sandwich boards, so people see that they have really a lot of problems, and it's really important to show that to the world, and to show that to Apple, so they know that that their boards are making problems. Okay, let's check. Here we got the battery connector. I'm looking for corrosion at first, but I don't see anything. We hadn't any water markers read, so I don't think that that it's a water damage. Okay, we start right away with separating the board halves, and after that we have a look if we have the problem on the top layer or on the bottom layer, and then we just search for the problem and we will solve that. So we need a preheater for separating them board halves. Give me a little bit of heat. And I need my knife. Where's my knife? Here is my knife. So on my knife there is some dirt or some solder paste, like I see. Just remove that, and then we cut the sticker right here. Now we go up with our temperature and we separate that board. But first I want to remove the foam around the FPCs. David? David? Worum ging's denn?
Die Seite wird nicht laden.
Ah. Die läuft. Ich habe gedacht, es geht um Sendungslabel. Ich habe 0043 gesehen, weil oft rufen die aus Österreich an und sagen, die können keine Sendungslabel erstellen. Und dabei liegt es daran, dass du aus dem Ausland kein Sendungslabel generieren kannst. Deshalb das. Ja, es war 0043. Deshalb die Seite an sich läuft. Ja, also ich denke, der wollte ein Sendungslabel generieren und kann das nicht generieren, weil das aus dem Ausland nicht geht. So, we just separate the board now.
Dann stattdessen müssen wir was machen?
Selber eins anlegen.
Der Abfüllungsschlag aktivieren.
Today is my my day of marriage day. It is in English like that.
Yeah, an anniversary.
Yeah, so the day where I have married some years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, separated the board. You see, that's fast and easy. You don't need to take tweezers and go under and screw screws in, and you can take your fingers. It's really the best technique I used is just using the fingers. Okay. So, and now I want to check if the short is on the top layer or it is on the bottom layer. So the top layer is good, and it's an iPhone XS, so I can boot the top layer without the bottom layer. That's pretty okay. Let's have a look for the bottom layer. I give you to the microscope cam. Was ist das Problem? Ah, okay. So let's check. We are at the iPhone XS and we have a short on the bottom layer. Problem is where we have the short. Give me a second. David, ganz kurz noch. David? 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 Ist es B2B oder ist es Endkunde? B2B oder Endkunde? Wichtig.
Was sagen?
Okay. Now we have a look for short. And you see we have a short on VCC at the bottom layer. So, unfortunately, I thought we have a bigger problem, but I think we don't have a short at a capacitor. We have a short under an IC. Was B2B?
Ja.
Ah, dann hättest du mir aber noch was erklären müssen, deshalb habe ich dich gefragt. Weil wenn er den Auftrag jetzt generiert, kann er den Auftrag nur abschließen, wenn er ein Sendungslabel anlegt. Und ein Sendungslabel, hast du ihm gesagt, eine deutsche Adresse dann eintragen für das Sendungslabel? Weil er kann den Auftrag B2B ja nicht abschließen. Das ist ja das Problem. Der will jetzt über B2B einen Auftrag generieren. Ja? Und um den Auftrag abzuschließen, also im System zu erfassen, muss er ja ein Sendungslabel generieren. Das kann er aber nicht generieren, weil er aus Österreich kommt. Ja? So, das heißt, der muss dort im B2B-Portal am besten unsere Adresse nehmen als deutsche Adresse, damit er den Auftrag abschließen kann und hinterher selber ein Sendungslabel generieren. Das musst du ihm erklären, deshalb hatte ich dich gerufen und dann machst du pssst. Ja. Okay, sorry, I had to explain something. So if you mail in repairs B2B from outside Germany, actually there's a bug from DHL and you can't generate any label, any shipping label. So we have to use some tricks for doing that. So now we want to see where is the problem on that iPhone XS, and you see often it's just the same problems. It's just the same problems. There are shorts on all the iPhones. There are always shorts and we have to find them. And I don't like to show you 100 videos with VDD main shorts, but I thought I didn't know before, because I start repair, and then we see what it is. Okay. Let's check.
Dann das einfach im Portal im Auftrag genauso.
Here we had the problem.
Genau.
Here we already have the problem. And it's only a cap. I never thought that it's only a cap because we only had these 330 milliamps. Okay. iPhone XS short on VCC main. Let's see. Okay, you got it? So, but is the short at the Wi-Fi IC too? Okay, here we are. We are under the Wi-Fi IC. I just have to take a look. Okay, should be here. Should be next under that coil. Okay, I just have to orientate. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so by the way, I'm using the SIG Pro FF, and here we have the shorted cap, and now we just remove that shorted cap. Here we have pretty Andy in the background, and he has a big delivery for Union Repair, 100 pieces ICC Pro. So you can get them within the next days at Union Repair, okay? So I show you where the shorted cap is. So we go to ZXW, and the shorted cap is right here, okay? So we just replace that cap, and we should have a fully functional device again. But it's crazy because I had done a bet that we have a short on under an IC and not at a capacitor, because we only had these 330 milliamp short. But okay. So now we take the capacitor out and replace it. That's work which is just daily business, and some people already wrote on Instagram under my repair posts, you only do swaps, or you do little chip changes like TriStar and things like that. That's not all what we do. We do a lot of things like we do all what people send here, okay? So, and if we got a lot of TriStars and a lot of audio ICs and a lot of basic stuff, then we just have it. We can't change. But people send a lot of things like hardly corroded water damages or bent phones, and in these cases it doesn't make any sense to do other things like swapping the board. So you see a lot of basic stuff, and you see a lot of board swapping work, and you see a lot of work like shorts on sandwich boards. And on these sandwich boards, it's always the same process. You have to separate the board, you have to find the error, you have to solve that, and then you have to reball and to resolder the board back together. That's just a process which you need to do. Yesterday Andy did a nice long screw damage for data rescue on an iPhone 6. Have a look on Instagram if you would like to see that. Okay, and we are done. We have replaced the cap. Now we should have no short anymore. And the short has been gone. That's great. And now the same work as always. So I know people, they now just sit the board back, the top layer back to the bottom layer, and all is okay. But I don't like to do. Okay, so we have at moment we have the spacers in. It's easy to just place the top board back to the bottom board and to press them back together by using some heat. You can put coils on it, or coins on, not coils, coins on it, or you can use the Mijing CH5 for doing that. But I want to replace the solder, because the solder is a big problem on these iPhone X and iPhone XS, because you got often problems with cold solder between the board halves, so your phone just drops about some centimeters to a soft ground, and after that the phone doesn't want to work anymore at all, because you got a broken connection between the board halves at a solder point. Okay, so and if I now don't renew the solder and the customer gets the device and the device just falls down to a soft bottom to the floor, which is nothing bad, and after that the phone doesn't want to work anymore at all, my customer will say, where's my warranty? And I can't tell him that he hasn't any warranty if the phone just drops a little bit to a soft bottom and nothing works anymore at all. So I just renew the solder between the board halves, and I have a 100% working repair with a perfect quality, and all is nice, and it just takes me some minutes more. And this time you should take for your customers to give them the best quality you can imagine. So now we have to clean the board. We have to clean the top layer too, then we can reball the bottom layer, and after that we resolder them both halves back together, and then we should have a fully working phone which doesn't make any problems anymore at all. So we see these capacitor damages on iPhone series every day, really. On every generation of the iPhone. I can't count the caps I have removed, I have replaced, and yeah, shorts are really one of the biggest problems. Then you got the problems on sandwich boards in general, because of bad solder connection or bad solder between the board halves. That's a thing which you see every day, again and again. And the problem for the customer is that these repairs just take more money, because you have more to do. So it's more work to repair a sandwich board as to repair an iPhone 7 board. You just need more time if you do the job in a good quality. As you need time to fix a basic issue like a VSYS main short on an iPhone 7, because you don't need to separate anything. You just can remove the cap, or you can replace the cap. You have to see in which place the cap is, and after that you can decide what to do. So it doesn't take as much money on the iPhone 7, 7 Plus, on the 8, on all the normal logic boards as on a sandwich board. You always have to remember that, because some people don't know about some customers, some normal customers, some normal users of the iPhone. They don't know which board is in the iPhone. If they buy an iPhone 10 or a new generation of iPhone, even Huawei or Samsung, they don't know about sandwich boards. For them it's just a phone, and the phone has a problem because it just doesn't want to work anymore at all. So they don't know about it's more work for fixing these boards as it was before. You have to explain to them, you have to show, you have to say, okay, you can have a look on my YouTube channel, and there you can see why the repairs on the iPhone X or XS or on the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, Pro Max, XS Max, why repairs take more money as on the generations before. So have a look on the YouTube channel and compare the repairs of normal boards to the repairs on sandwich boards, and then people just understand. And that's really important that we use explanation and tell them people why things take more money, because not everybody has a lot of money in his pocket and can pay a lot of money for repairs, but they have to understand why repairs aren't cheap and why repairs take money, and in which cases I can do a favor for a customer. So we already had some people, they didn't had any money and they needed the data on phones, and we helped them, not for free, but we could gave them a discount or something like that, just because we saw it's really important and they don't have the money. So if cases like this occur, we care about people who send devices in here, and we always want the best for them. So now we just use our hot air for a quick reball. And it's really important, and I tell it in every sandwich board video again and again, it's important which solder you use. So I could use low melt solder 138, then I had a fast and easy reball and really fast turnaround, but I only need a little bit more time if I do a reball by using 183 Calishun or PPD like ever, and I have a perfect reball, and it's long lasting. Okay, so people won't get any problems by bad solder, by cold solder joints, by dropping the phone just some centimeters and having a bolt break and nothing works anymore. These problems you won't have on using 183. My guarantee. If you do a good process and if you know how to do, it's really great. But you have to use the right material. And that's really important. And you see, a reball by using 183 can be fast too. You just have to be the boss of your hot air. So here we see that two little balls are missing, but that's really not a problem. I don't I don't care about that because I can easily make some bolts again. Just taking some flux here. And just sitting them bolts. Or can be a little bigger. Boom. And a little more on that one pad. For that pad I took a little less. And you can see it's done. Okay. So I know people, I saw it as we have done trainings. We don't do them anymore at all because I just want to use a little bit of free time and don't want to work from Monday to Sunday, and under the week I just don't have the time for doing teachings. And I saw on these X modules that people, if a ball was missing, people were thinking, I can do it again and I have to do the whole reball again. That's not the case. Even if 1 or 2 balls are missing, and even if it's 5 balls missing, you can easily replace them after. Not a problem, with the same size and without any problems. Done. So, if people ask, Ben, why don't you use a heatsink on the iPhone XS board? If you are fast and if you know what you do, it's okay to do it like that. Normally I always use a heatsink, but I don't know where the heatsink for my iPhone XS board is at the moment. I only find it for the X, so I just didn't use it here. But normally, if you are working on that, I recommend you to use a heatsink, really, because not everybody has done this works hundreds of times and is really fast on doing that. Okay, so it's all about speed, and then you don't risk anything. So we work with very high temperatures, and I know people they work with very high temperatures too. And like I said, it's all about how fast you are and how is the angle of your hot air, and are you really the master of your own hot air. You don't have to be a master in general, because everybody has to learn every day new things, but you have to be the master of your hot air. Otherwise you can't get any good results. So, and we turn the preheater on again. We're waiting a short time, then we're just getting in some flux. We get on the top layer, and then we resolder that board halves back together, and we should have a working phone again. See, we have to wait a short time. I just heat it up because I don't want to wait. Okay, we take top layer, get it down here, place it with your fingers, has to look like that. Then we are really safe. You see, it's cool. And now I need some space on my table. And we can resolder the board halves back together. Go flat, go flat, go flat here, baby. It's always my intention to get them boards flat back together. I know why it takes some time, because I didn't push the preheater. So it's all about melting the solder around and get connection between board halves, get them boards flat back together. Here we are flat, here we are flat, and here we are flat. Looks good. So now it's risky what I do, because normally you have to wait until the preheater cools down and until the board cools down on the preheater, but I want to speed that up, so I take the board while the solder is still melted and not hardened, and then I place it onto that that Hecko board holder, because it has a lot of was heißt Oberfläche? Surface, a lot of surface which takes heat, and it cools down a little faster, and then I get the board on the dust absorber to speed up cooling down process. Okay, so and after that we can just try if that phone wants to boot again. Just one capacitor which makes the phone dying. No access to the data, no working phone. That's pretty bad, pretty hard. So let's check. So we have no short, and we have a boot. Okay. So let's boot that board, and we have the Apple. We have the Apple, so that's great. We have a repaired working phone. I just wait for a boot or for a boot up. I don't know which background image is on the phone, if it's personal or not. I have to see for the code. Do we have a code for that device? I do it like that, okay? And you can see the device is working again. I now clean the board on the top, on the bottom. I renew the glue stickers. I assemble the phone like it came from factory. I renew all the glue for the screen, and then I do a complete functionality test, and the phone goes back to the customer with all the important data. I hope you like that. This was just an iPhone XS repair. After no power, no boot, nothing worked anymore at all, just caused by a shorted capacitor on VDD main. I hope you like it. If you like my content, help to share this, the channel, subscribe, share the videos, and give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments under the video if you have any needs. If you want to see something, just give me a comment and I try to realize. By the way, you can order the ICC Pro now. We are out of stock now. Oh, here I have to charge. We are out of stock now at iccpro.de, but Uni Repair, Mobile Centrics, and a lot of resellers in Germany should have stock for that device. And yeah, just here. I just have to charge it. It was laying, or it was used a lot of time, so I just charge it and then I can reuse it. Okay, I'm out. We see us with the next video. I would be happy for some more followers, so subscribe please. And if you are working at a repair industry for smartphones and tablets, I would be happy to see you at our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany. But please answer the questions, otherwise we can't accept you. I'm out. Goodbye. Have a nice day.